Okay, folks, you know the drill. You know what I need from you. 10 taps. 4 for the hell, 1 for the space, 4 for the yeah, and 1 to put a smile on my face. Come on, then. Here they come. And shall we? 9 o'clock, Sunday night, UK time. It can mean only one thing. The chat's not there. Don't know where the chat is? Not going to worry about it. I see you chatting, so I know people are chatting. Do you know what? That chat has been the bane of my life for my entire streaming existence. I'm going to redo the graphics and just get rid of it. How are you, folks? I can see loads of names. Don, Russ, Diane, CJ, Useful G, Patrick, Tom, loads more. Get your hell yeahs in. Everyone's like tapping there. He's live. So how are you, folks? It's good to see you. I know I've been pottering on the old YouTube and... Oh, there's the chat. I'm wearing that t-shirt. Are you, Diane? I'm very proud of this t-shirt. I panned it for some terrain building. And Pammy's still on the shelf. Hey, it's been months and I've still got control of the finger. And that way is stream target. Yeah. I've got this. Hey, cat. Good to see you too, bro. Thank you, Russ. Mr. McMahon. Thank you, CJ. So yeah, this is one of my favourites. It's called football. Okay, have I missed a conversation? Is this what we're doing now? You're already starting the conversations in the chat without me. Nothing changes. So yeah, it's been, it's been a few months since I've shown my face live. Yeah, all you guys who follow the channel, you know what's going on, that sort of stuff. And it's one of those things like, right, it's time to take this step and make it regular. So, fingers crossed, I'll be coming back every Sunday night and we can get things rolling, especially as we're coming up to Christmas. Because I've checked, Christmas Eve falls on a Saturday and I can see no reason why we shouldn't do our annual Christmas Eve party. Jim, great to see you back on Sunday night, Mel. It's good to be back, mate. It's good to be back. Was really nervous about sort of engaging and that sort of stuff and doing this. But you've got to sort of like, you know, it's like everything. Yeah, we're getting there. And I quite enjoy it. It's one of those things that I've missed, if you know what I mean. It was sort of like, right, let's draw the line. We can do this now. Breaks out the nog. We're not breaking out the nog just yet. It's strawberry milkshake, not even a coffee. Don saying, cool, looking forward to a regular Sunday event. 1 PM my time. 1 PM his time. Midwest America, I'd guess. Mark's just saying, I've just been made a moderator. Suppose that means I better behave then. Yes, you had. I know that's highly unlikely, Martin, but... Right. There's a link to the Google Doc down below. It's been a while since I've used the Google Doc. Come on, open the tab. Yeah, Google Forms. Now, that form. Very quickly. Come on, where's my docs? Where's my forms? Right. Yeah, it's accepting responses. There should be a link down in the description. Someone throw out a question. Let's see if the questions are working. Because otherwise you're just going to be having me here going, yeah, it's good to be back. We'll check that in a minute. Pacific Northwest. Not bad. I have a tan. Jeez, the amount of moderators in my chat right now. They're all keeping an eye on me. It's because I'm live and I could get up to trouble. So if you've been following along with the channel, you know that I've been sort of catching up. And one of the things that I've been working on lately is I've been working on the Burma build. It's my soul food. But I've been working a lot with teddy bear fur. Yeah, I have done a serious amount of combing. So much combing that I got wrist ache. I'm just not used to combing, to be perfectly honest. It's been a while. People are saying my audio's a bit low. Let's move this mic a little bit closer then. Da-da-da. Right, I can't boost it. Can I boost it? No, that's not the boost. Right, how's that? Is that better? Or is it just me being quiet? Bash the like button, good people. Yeah, let's hit that like button. There's a lot more of you watching than there is likes. And I'm assuming that you're still here. You're liking it. It's got a bit better. I may have to move this a bit closer. It's been a while, like I said. Could also be that, what you call it, like, the kids have been hammering this. Right, we'll try that then. Oh, you can even see it on cam. Improved. Sound is great my end. Well, that's about as good as I get it. So if that isn't good enough for you, you're going to have to get like one of those megaphones out. You know, the big old brass thing. Right, people are saying that's good. I can go with that. Right, let me check that Google Doc. Because otherwise, it's going to be a short show. Oh, yeah, we're getting responses. Test. Right. Right, I've got a few questions in. Right, if you want to make this a show and you've been looking forward to it, yeah, I'm going to need questions off you. Yeah, otherwise, you know, it's just a hi. Yeah, so the link is down below. Cat saying, look like the West Coast US is well represented. I think it falls in a good time, you know, Sunday afternoon for you. No, that can't be right, can it? Yeah, days before me. Yeah, I'll just try to figure that out. Dad and Dom Gaming, I like that. Well, that could go two ways, couldn't it? Let's not go there. Mal's Modelling Adventures, yep, Sunday afternoon. That works out well. I like the idea that you're listening to me while you potter with your gaming or whatever you're doing. Hello from Belgium. And not too late for the continent either. That's a good plus. Now, going back to what I've been pottering, as you know, I've been working along with the Burma build, been doing a lot of teddy bear stuff, and I've really figured out the thatching and how to get the thatcher roofs. That video should be coming this week. I've just got to finish it off. Yeah, and then I'm basically thatching up my village and all that sort of stuff. I've also finishing off the trenches and just nicing them up. What I want to do is over the Christmas period, loads of you have sort of been going on at me over the time about, can we see you play a game? And, you know, there's no reason why you can't. You know, I just need to get a game on, so to speak. So the idea is I'm going to be finishing off these little bits that I want to finish off and that sort of stuff with the intention of doing a nice long sort of stream over Christmas, you know, one evening. Gaming, yeah. Lee's got his bolt action. He's got Japs. There's Rob. We've also got Corbu wants in on the action, yeah. And you know, we should have a hell of a terrain set up by then. I.e., a village, yeah, with a defensive perimeter for the Chindits to need to assault or something like that. And so, pardon me. So, yeah, that's why I'm finishing it all off. But I've been pottering with a few other things in the studio recently, sort of off camera. I've got these cardboard sort of shantytown buildings, yeah, like this modular set from Battle Systems that I was messing around ages ago with and never really did anything with. And so one of the things I want to do is actually combine those in a terrain set. Yeah, I'm thinking some sort of alien world and put that with a specific battle mat. Yeah, so I've been having battle mats out, looking at that sort of stuff. And on top of that, yeah, I've been looking at that MDF stuff, the MDF tiles and all the 40k stuff with the idea of getting into industrial stuff. Basically, I've been enjoying the Burma build, but my mind's ready to sort of get stuck into sort of more advanced projects and show you new things and that sort of stuff. So that's where I am and what I'm getting up to. Right, what have you guys been up to? What have you guys been working on? Let me know. Let's see what comes through. Summary questions. Right. Got a few more questions. I'll start hitting those soon. While I wait to hear what you guys are working on. Rusted is saying, are you ready to get back to the uncertain scenery build? Yeah, that's the modular tile stuff. Yeah, I've been sort of pulling things out and you know, having a look and having a bit of a play. Yeah, luckily I've been doing it in the privacy of my own studio, so you know that's not awkward for anyone. But no, I've been getting things out, and I think it's one of those things when you're on the sort of, you know, the mental health roller coaster. As you start coming up, your mind starts to get creative and that sort of stuff. Yeah, and you start wanting to play with that. And that's what happens, you know. When I hit a low, I sort of sink into my Burma build because it's comfort for me. And the moment I'm sort of like, yeah, we're getting there, we're on the way up, we know what we're doing, yeah, I'm feeling better, I'm immediately wanting to do other stuff. Yeah, and so that's why I'm sort of finishing off the little bits. But with the Burma build, I'm trying new stuff, like the teddy bear fur and that sort of stuff. But yeah, the uncertain scenery stuff, yeah, I want to make a nice 2x2 real featured tile. I've got a load of terrain for it. I've figured out a load how I want to make it modular with other tiles. Yeah, and I want to get back into gaming with Kill Team as well. Right. Callisto, though, I've mostly been painting trolls. Not a bad thing. Russ, still messing about with my useless trenches. Enjoy the build, though. Why are they useless? Eight-fingered dead man? There's no dead in that. It's just eight-fingered man. Why did I throw the dead in? Sounds like a western. The eight-fingered dead man. Right, I've just ordered that new Cadian box set. I'm waiting on delivery. You see, I do love my God. I really do love my God. And I am wanting to sort of get back into the sort of 40k stuff and that sort of stuff. Joseph's making some winter Christmas scatter for our big 40k battle at FGLS. Now, winter scatter, are you going snowy or are you putting presents on it? You know, is it going to be a crash sleigh taken down by an air defense system? Is it a Hunter Santa down? Jimmy's asking, any more thoughts on the dungeon builds? Not at the moment, because I'm painting some bits up, and right now me and Corb have massively got into zombie side. It's one of those where we go, you know what I mean? And the bemoaning of the lack of old world news. Ah, you're talking about the old world with Warhammer Fantasy, aren't you? I know the project lead for that. When I'm back in, I'm going to hunt him down. Me and him's going to be talking. You hear that, mate? If you're watching this, me and you's going to be talking. I know enough people in the studio to find you. Still working on the 41st Legion for Star Wars Legion. That's a hell of a project, Patrick. Shadow Knight, thank you. Really appreciate all your videos. I'm late to the hobby, 53. You are never late to this hobby, mate. But love it, and you've been an amazing tutor. Thank you. See, that's why I do this stuff. Because of that. Mark's painting minis. Snowy trees and Santa's on rampage. I like that. Building some classic ruins for 40k. You can't beat classic ruins. I know I'm known for the sort of classic look and the classic style, but I'd really like to go back and do I'd like to do some 3rd edition orc terrain. Remember when it was really bright and vivid with all the iconography and that sort of stuff? I've shown my age now. Joseph saying, the mission is to get Santa's presents off the board before Santa murders your entire force. That sounds like your entire force is on Santa's very naughty list. Ooh, Jez has been doing evil, gnarly trees and Celtic roundhouses recently. Catch you later, Jez. I wonder what projects... I'm waiting for Jez to start dropping hints about keep an eye out for such a film coming up soon. Yeah, even Kat's saying, can you tell us about your new job or another film secret? You see, me and Kat, we're on the same wavelength. It's Jez. What you been up to, Jez? What's going on? What's coming out, Jez? What do you know, Jez? Jez knows things. He just can't tell us until things are out. And we all understand how that works in this game. Santa hands out naughty tokens similar to Voltan. I like that. Do you know what? I often wonder. You know, I've been painting my chindits and that sort of stuff. I remember Tam mentioning that there was a manufacturer that did this. Yeah. But there used to be an old British TV programme along the lines of Dad's Army. Yeah. It ain't half hot, Mum. Yeah, and it was a army theatrical unit. You know, I think they were in India. You know what I mean? And it'd be really good to sort of get my hands on those models and sort of, I don't know, see if we could do something for the Christmas game. Model stuff saying, there, that's better. He's either adjusted his chair or he's glad to see me back. How to show my age. I remember Slay Wars game that was in a White Dwarf when they still published non-GW stuff. Ooh, Tam, you... Okay, I'm 47. I got into, wargaming when I was 15. And GW had only just stopped showing other people's stuff in White Dwarf. Showing your age, Tam. You either got into... You must have started it very young lady. Thank you, Mech. Starting tomorrow on my first figure painting commission. Ooh. I remember when I first started YouTube. Yeah, and I was in sort of like a big collective of other YouTubers. And we were basically just hobbyists on YouTubers. And everyone was a commission painter. All of them. Yeah, but then again, I was a commission builder. Yeah, and the challenges with commission painting. I don't know of a single one who's still a commission painter, to be perfectly honest. I know a few that have still stayed in the industry, but Paranoia in White Dwarf was hilarious. Don't know that one. The Royal Artillery Concert Party. Is that who they were? The Royal Artillery Concert Party. You've got to have a howitzer or something manned by them then, haven't I? So I can have them in game. Like one of those situations where they've had to rush and man the guns. There's photos. Old War, World War II photos. And my American viewers, you know, you'll love this. Yeah? But... British World War II soldiers in fancy dress. And you'll pull up pictures of things like, you know, British Army soldiers manning air defence batteries, dressed up in costumes for the Christmas panto because they were rehearsing and they were called to duty. You know what I mean? So I really like the idea of taking the models from It Ain't Half Hot, you know, the soldiers in dresses and stuff like that, and then putting them manning like a howitzer. Thanks, Nick. Ooh, nice Ferris. Ed saying, I'd never get my own stuff done if I was a commission painter in my hobby time. Bad enough as is. Tam's actually saying that Annie at Bag Squiddo, yeah, has just released Coastal Gunners in dresses. I like that. Now, you see, Annie heads up the realistic female model sort of project. She does really good models, does Annie, at Bad Squiddo. But there's a lot of female models. And now she's got guys in dresses as well, which I think is brilliant. Hey, Lee. Missing all the footy nonsense. Lee. Right. Hey, Russ. Catch you soon, Russ. Oh, there's a good load of you watching. While you're here, if you're liking it, hit that like button. Come on, let's knock that up a bit. Tam's saying it's from a well-known photo. I know the photo you're talking about. Yeah, they got called out while rehearsing performing a Christmas panto. Yeah, it's the photo where they're manning the air guns, the anti-aircraft guns, and it looks like they're in a concrete placemate. Hey up, Brawley. Do you know what? It's good to see so many old names around. Right. I'm babbling enough, and unless you give me a decent topic to babble about, yeah, we better do some questions. Now, I will be honest with you guys, I'm not planning for this to be a massively long show tonight. It wasn't supposed to be a Sunday night or me doing like dipping my toe. I just wanted to sort of see if I could break the ice and get over the hump of getting on live. But since we're here, and if you're going to throw me questions, I will answer them. In future, now I'm live and everything text recording, what I'm going to do over the next week is I'm just going to jazz up my graphics, but I'm also going to set up a second camera. Yeah, and when we do the live things, we're going to run a longer live show. Yeah, and I'm going to hobby and answer questions while we do it. Yeah. Thank you, Tam. I've been so deep in special orders and commissions in my 2 other ventures that I can't get stuff made to list to sell. Sort of wrong to complain about orders, isn't it? Cat, it's a good place to be in, Duck. Yeah, it sounds like you've got so... Are you still doing the work at the charity shop as well? How's the Necromunda building going? It's coming... It's not been... Right, no actual physical work on it. Yeah, but loads of like, yeah, I've got this idea. Loads of sort of placing and working things out. I've got this idea of like the 2x2 tile basically being refinery, yeah, with a landing pad. Because it's going to basically give me 3 layers. Yeah, well, that's where I'm going with it at the minute. Just finished a lot of alt terrain for the local game club. That's all right. Right, questions. See what questions we got. Bright light. Right, Mark's asking me, did you see the pic of the prototype teddy bear fur river I sent you? I think I may have. Damn, that is bright. Can we knock that down a bit somehow? Okay, that's power. Didn't mean to knock it down that much. Yeah, switch on. Right, where's brightness, do you reckon? It's got game mode. I don't want game mode. Yeah, that'll do. Luminescence. No. Sod that. Right, we're just going to leave it. That's a bit better. Not so bright. I don't need a studio light with that thing. Hey, Gary? And with all the haunted stuff. Yep, 2 days a week at the fabric craft shop, time at the charity shop, and 2 websites, reselling and making stuff. I'll sleep next year. You don't change, Cat. Good on you. Right, so let me get these questions on without sort of blinding myself. Right, did the teddy bear fur picture? I would probably remember seeing it. I think what you call at the time I may have been in a little bit of a crisis and I didn't really take it in, mate. Yeah, now I'm sort of surfacing again. Resend it, dude. Right, Auxies, test. It came through. The test was good. You need to keep trying new things to keep the brain working and ideas fresh. Do you know, Kat, there's a lot of truth in what you say there. You know, I've noticed that with messing around with the teddy bear fur. Wise words. Right. Great Night Gaming. Any Christmas winter related terrain videos this year? The only one I can really say is that the idea that we're going to do a stream. Now, what I am going to do on the stream is I actually kind of like the idea of, let's see if we can do something special and maybe see if we can do a fundraiser for Models for Heroes. And we'll just, while we're taking, we'll take donations while the stream's going. Yeah. But we'll do it purely for Models for Heroes. And we'll do that for the Christmas one. Yeah. So I think that's an idea, but we'll work on that over the next couple of streams and figure out what we're doing on that. But the Christmas, it'll be in between Christmas and and New Year's. Yeah, I'll make sure it's sort of late evening UK time. Yeah, so as many as the US can jump on as possible. Yeah, and we'll have a game. CJ, will you ever go back to working on Isolation's Reach? Yes. We definitely are. It's literally on the table in the studio and I'm pottering with it. The reason I think that I haven't done any videos on it and sort of put anything out is there's been a few false starts with that, with the roller coaster. And I've wanted to get properly into it and be like, right, I'm in a place where, we can start putting this out. I think ultimately, I'm going to be, the roller coaster is the roller coaster and I'm going to be on the ride for a little while longer, I think. And so I think the easiest thing is just to say sod it and just do it. Yeah. And if, I have to step back from it from a month and then re-pick it up, let's just do that. But yeah, I want to get into industrial stuff. You know what I mean? I really want to start messing with a lot of weathering, and really doing the other stuff I used to do. Yeah. Burma Build's great and it's comfortable, but, it's variations on the same theme. Yeah, and I'm itching now for something more challenging. So yeah, absolutely. Isolation's Reach is definitely back on the table. Mel, did you ever consider burrows and badgers? Do you know that keeps floating around? Yeah. I've got a couple of the models that I picked up in the show and I do like the theme. Let's see what we roll into. Challenging. I'd watch the hell out of some Mordheim stuff. Do you know, I won't lie. That has been going round in my head. Really going round in my head. I didn't want to sort of say anything. But yeah, Michael's saying, see, Michael's got my back. Michael's like, Kiss, keep it simple and remember small steps. Yeah, here's me going, yeah, and now you lot are already doing what you lot do. You're dropping your little hints. Hey, Mal, what about this? Hey, Mal, what about that? I know what you're like. Oh, there may be trouble ahead. People are messaging me. It's the girlfriend. Oh, I do like those teddy bear pics. Not pics of teddy bears. Rivers. Silicon sealant, probably. Right, anyway. I'm being naughty. Right, my hints are about as subtle as a Sherman tank. Sherman tanks can be subtle when the engine's switched off and they're hiding. Great Night Games. Been trying to figure out how to make waist-high snow that a figure could wade through. Already seen your snow vid, but needs snow deeper without weighing a ton. To be perfectly honest, mate, I think it might be easier to make waist-height models on a snow base. Unless you're expecting like it's not a skirmish game and you're like it's a mass formation game, but if you took, I'd have models you could swap to represent they're in deep snow rather than trying to replicate deep snow. Because if I think about replicating deep snow, it's just a nightmare. New Fennis Ferrero Road, you can keep looking, mate. You'll have to 3D print your own. There is no way there is a model of me and a Malkini. Right, not strictly terrain related. This is from Orxies. Not strictly terrain related, but can you think of a better material than double-walled corrugated cardboard to make a card drop box for greetings cards for a party? To be perfectly honest, you could probably make it quite nicely out of foam board. Yeah, either polystyrene foam board, mounting board that you can get in arts and crafts shops, or if you've got a decent blade and the right tools, the right rules and everything, you can make it out of EPVC foam board. Yeah, and if it's for greetings cards for a party, it's not that big, is it? You can get a pack of 5 A4 sheets off eBay and Amazon, pretty cheap. They go together with either hot glue or super glue. Nuts. No worries. Right. Charlie Buster. Oh, we got some controversy. Someone's coming with something good. I've only read the first few words and I know this is going to be a good one. Bolt Action versus Warhammer. What's your favourite? They're asking me to stick my flag in a camp. Both in gameplay. Oh, thank you, buddy. Let's see if that pops up. The alert box should be working. Right. It's industrial, needs lots of weathering, small number of models, and all-terrain orientated. Necromunda is your game, methinks. Wow. Let me come back to that, because it does fall into this. So, what's my favourite? Thank you, buddy. Thank you, buddy. Right. Okay. What is your favourite, both in gameplay and terrain making? Fantasy, realistic. Okay. Oh, you kids. And what brings you more satisfaction upon completion? And what do you do with all your terrain? This is, oh dear. Ooh. Okay, as a general war game, I have to say it is bolt action. Yeah. I think basically because I'm so behind the times on 40k and so out of play, and my armies are so old, and I don't, I'm that far out of the loop on it that I'm not really engaged with it. Now, I do get rule books and stuff like that. Now, that brings it to Arnold's sort of comment that with regards to Warhammer, I'm more interested in the skirmish games. Yeah, so I'm really interested in Kill Team. Yeah. And I know Necromunda's sort of like that. Yeah, and I like the vibe of Necromunda, and I really like the campaign system and the gang sort of the gang system within Necromunda. Yeah, and I remember Necromunda when it came out in White Dwarf. It was literally the first year of gaming for me, and they basically brought Necromunda out as a set of rules over a couple of issues, and it was brilliant. It was in depth. It was beautiful. Yeah. Kill Team very much came from a community game developed by Galaxy in Flames. The blog what did he do? Was it Combat Patrol or something like that he wrote? But so for a war game, if I want to play across a big one, it's very much bolt action, and I'll tell you the reason why. It's because with my Chindits, there's so much history, and it's not even lore. I know the battles now. I know the commanders. I've soaked up so much information that I really feel sort of engaged with it. Yeah, whereas I'm sort of disjointed from 40k. But for the skirmish sort of games, oh hell yeah, 40k sort of if I could get a kill team with a Necromunda blend, yeah, I'd be totally on that. For the terrain making, it's 50-50 again. Yeah, the kill team, the Necromunda, that beautiful industrial sort of feel. Bolt action, jungles, that it's nice, but the terrain making, I know it sounds crazy, but I'd probably be more prouder of pulling off a feature kill team table than the Burma build, even though the Burma build's been like my personal project for ages. The Burma build's got lots of individual sort of really nice pieces in, and it works really well as a set of terrain. But I think a kill team table would be, that'd be nice. What brings more satisfaction on completion? I think I've answered that. What do you do with all your terrain? Generally, I give it away or store it or something like that. The Burma build's getting a bit big, so that's going to need dealing with at some point. The Warband stuff is the most interesting game Warhammer's put out in ages. Now, you see, the Chaos Warbands thing, yeah, I remember that when it originally came out in the 2 Chaos books that I bought when I was, a teenager. Yeah, and that's really good as well. Have you tried Chain of Command? Not tried it. Yeah, met the bloke who wrote it at Adepticon. He wanted to fly me over to go to Historicon. But I haven't actually played it yet. Don't throw it out. I want your terrain rubbish. I don't really throw it out. Yeah, it often becomes test pieces for new ideas. I like Spec Ops for realistic modern wargaming. However, they're just producing a World War II variant to be followed by a version set a long time ago in a galaxy far away. Right. Should I get the Gentleman's War Box for bolt action? Who am I kidding? It's mine already. Just waiting for the right time. What do you think of their boxes? I do like Warlords boxes, their box sets. I've got to say, I look at them and it's like, yeah, that's real value for money. Secondly, from a game point of view, yeah, they're good armies. You know what I mean? It's not like, oh, here's feature this and oh, this is fancy. It's like, actually, no, that's a nice balanced army. You know, it's all the core options. It's the common, what you call it, the common sort of, the common support elements. And then what you're looking at is, right, all I need to do is buy specialist boxes. So I'll give credit to Warlord for that. Yeah. To be truthful, I'd really like to rekindle my relationship with Warlord as well, because they do have some, you know, nice box sets and stuff. So yeah, I do think their boxes are good. Right, question 7 of 11. You know the drill, folks. You know the drill. Joseph Saskin, what are some different ways to make snow effects? Joseph, we've already covered this in the chat. I've already told you. Yeah, I don't think you're going to call it. I'll tell you, in fact, here's an idea for you, and it's from Lee, my mate Lee. Yeah, Lee has a 40k table, Martian themed. Yeah, and it's a table. Yeah, it's a big ass table. Yeah, but it's got it's got a rim around it. And then what he's got is he's got cork ground up, you know, cork granules that are painted red, all mixed, painted, broken up. And they're loose. They're light as everything. Yeah, they don't, because they're cork, they're not staticky, so they don't stick at anything. And he can literally wade models through that. Now, I know it works for the Martian sort of landscape sort of thing. How it will work for snow, I don't know. But you could get a shoebox, you know, cut it down a bit, get some cork in, give it a move round, get a feel for it. Maybe paint the cork up white. See if that works. Just an idea. Hope it helps. And if it does help, yeah, and you're liking the show, the links are down below. See, I'm following my moderators. They've got the right idea. I'll be keeping an eye on you. Hey up. A kill team or Necromunda table is coming, I'm sure. Either way. You do it when you do it. Do you know, all the best. No worries. Do you know, I really do like the idea of that kill team table, and it is itching for me to get started. But I think of that, I'm just going to roll with it. Hey up, Red Green. Good to see you, mate. Jim Tubman saying, if you get it back into bar action, then also think about Conflict 47. I've got the rule book. Met the lads who, met the lads at one of the Warlord Open days. Yeah, had a chat with them. And this was before, you know, I was ill. And we had a tentative agreement, perhaps go take the Burma build down to their HQ, so we could play some like deep jungle games with their conflict models, you know, and basically have their sci-fi models with my Chindits, yeah, in the jungle. Joseph saying, oh, my question was more about making snowy bases, not wadeable snow. Oh, all right then. Like ice shards and snow undulations. Do you know what? I really covered all that in the basing PDF, and now it's gone. Ice undulations, create a substructure with milliput or filler, then apply your snow flock over the top. If you use a milliput or filler base, what you can do is get model boots, model feet, and actually press them in, make indents. Icicles, stuff like that, you can use silicon sealant. Yeah, clear silicon sealant. Get it on a little spatula or something, just dab it against something, pull it down, it'll give you an icicle. For the ice effect, come on, Bose, engage the brain. Tons of ways. Tons. And my brain's like, hello, anyone who? Can't think of any at the minute. So, yeah, I'll leave that one. You guys in the comments, you've got me back on bases. Rusted say, Mel has a PDF on basing minis. Go buy it and support your local Mel. Right, yeah. Or I'll let the chat answer that. Nice one, Callus. Right. Question 8 of 11. How's the live streaming going? I suppose I better just check. I'm not missing anyone or anything like that because it's not all linked in. No, I said those links down below. Don't think I am. But check. No. Beetle Santa. Mel, are your Amazon wish lists up to date? You have 2 on Amazon.co. Do I? I have 2 wish lists. I didn't even realise I had 2. They're probably not up to date, to be truthful. And he's saying Beetle Santa. If you're fishing for a Christmas present, yes, there's a zombie side on one game on one of them that me and Corbin really appreciate. But yeah, the terrain stuff is more useful for the channel. That's all I'll say. I appreciate it. Beetle Santa. I'm going to have to look into Amazon. Amazon keep contacting me saying I should set up an influencer shop. And I'm like sort of really hesitant because of the idea of me being an influencer. TNT Paul, thank you for your resources. You've inspired me to help make terrain for my local gaming group and really bring our war game to life. That's awesome, mate. Cheers. See you later, fingered man. Will you ever do some cyberpunk themed terrain? It's something I've looked at, okay? And my idea from the only reason I would do cyberpunk themed terrain, yeah, is for the neon effects and the light effects, yeah, and to sort of showcase those. Because other than that, it's just basically terrain. And I often thought, right, there's a couple of really good manufacturers of that sort of stuff, and it's like, right, could I get some of their stuff, modify it, save me making it from scratch? Yeah, but I've also got this, I've got this table idea for X-Wing. Yeah, that's really high tech. I'm sort of saving it for that. So I don't know on that one. I don't know. Thank you, Vorpal. Robert saying, set up the Amazon shop. It'll be worth it. I suppose it's just a shop of recommending the stuff I use, isn't it? I suppose that's a bit easier, than, you know, when people go, right, what's that? Ooh, I get a linky. I like that idea. Right, question 10 of 11. Lee Hughes. Painting MDF for bolt action Pacific Islands. I'm thinking very pale colours. Light blue, beige renders maybe. What do you think and how should I go about it? Never painted MDF before, Mal. Or can I just give it to you for you paint? Git. I'll paint it. No worries, Lee. No, seriously, I'll paint it for you if you want it. You've built it. I'll happily paint it for you. It'll make a good video. Yeah, if you're going to do it yourself, first off, you really want to seal that MDF first. Either spray paint it with a primer, yeah, or you can give it a coat with shellacking. Is it shellacking? Yeah, hairspray works as a good sealer, or a quick brush over with thinned down watered PVA. The reason that you're going to want to to seal it first is it's wood. It will soak up water like crazy. Yeah, which means you don't get a really opaque covering when you paint it unless you use sprays. Now, personally, I would recommend that you before you assemble the building, you spray paint the panels individually if they're multi-layered, which I know yours is. But you can't do that because you've already put them together, haven't you? Which is why you're probably asking me to paint them, because you now got really fiddly Sarissa windows to paint, which are really easy if you spray the panels separately and put them together. Yeah, but if you've already glued them together, like I did with the zombie build, Yeah, we know how that's going. Yeah, if you go for colours, go for light colours. Yeah, there would have been a lot of sun about. Yeah, so a lot of sun bleaching, a lot of fading. Paint chipping works. Adding grey into your paint, light grey, that works as well. Cat's just chipping in. Cat's saying I need to concentrate on getting video content made before adding shops and other huge projects. Stretched too thin. You bang on with that, Cat. Yeah, it's one of the reasons why I haven't sort of gone near affiliates and that sort of stuff and looked at that sort of stuff, because I know that's where my focus needs to be. I know I've got to do that stuff at some point, but I'll feel better about doing that sort of stuff, yeah, when I'm doing the core stuff, if you know what I mean. But no, Lee, in fact, Lee, yeah, give me those buildings. Because I can just do a painting vid with those. And do you know what? I actually quite like the idea of painting them up. Secondly, if I'm painting them, I can harmonise them with the Burma build. Yes. What you call it? Yes, you did, but always build it first, mate. But anyway, Lee. Yeah, Lee. What you call it? See if we can watch it sometime this coming week. Drop them off. Yeah, and we'll have a painting video on them, because they are building. It's not my jungle stuff. They are solid, like industrial buildings, and we'll do. I'll right. I'll tell you what we'll do. If I can, I will call down to yours sometime this week, Lee, and I will pick the buildings up off you. I'll have them for next Sunday night's live show, okay? And then on the live show, what we can do is we can have a group discussion of what you guys would like to see me do with that, yeah? And then I will make it my aim over the next week, yeah, to sort of do that video. I'll bring them back for the following Sunday live show, showing you all painted and everything like that. And then the video can come out the following week. Yeah. How does that sound, guys? Does that sound like progress and a nice little simple build project? I mean, I've got other things going on in the studio, but I want a distraction from the Burma build. I want to do something different, a little bit more challenging. I'm a little bit hesitant to start into the Isolations Reach stuff or start another big project or something like that. So this actually sounds like a nice little stepping gap. So we up for that? Let me know in the comments. Right. Question 11 of 11. Why not bring the guy on the show? To be truthful, Lee would probably love to come on the show. Yeah. It's whether he's working or not. But we'll leave it to him. He's saying catch you in the week. What colours do chat think to... No. Lee, stop rushing. Yeah, we're all going to do our homework. We're all going to come up. Yeah, and then we're going to have the battle of the colour schemes next week. Yeah. Oh, come. The experts are going to come out on this one. Trust me. Yes, but to paraphrase like Great Yoda, don't try, just do. I like that. Let's do that. Right, Miniature Adventures has got the last question of the night. Yeah. What is your favourite piece of terrain you have ever made? And what is your favourite genre of terrain? Okay, favourite genre of terrain. Heavy 40k industrial. Love it. Absolutely love it. Especially when it's not just a load of industrial kit that's done in the same colour scheme. Like someone's gone along and just dry brushed it all roughly the same. You know, I like the idea that wherever you look is a scene. So, you know, you can, what's going on, if you know what I mean. Not a blended genre, blended menagerie, if you know what I mean. Yeah. What is your favourite piece of terrain you have ever made? Do you know, I know it's outdated and I could probably do a hell of a lot better now. But it's still my my D-Day board. And I think the reason why is because my D-Day board was my real first feature board showing it out to the community. And it was special for me. And so, yeah. D-Day board. Google it. Terrain Tutors D-Day board. Love that. Right. That's all the questions. And I'm cutting it now. Are you going to make more Burma builds? Yes, I am. I've got an idea for it. Yeah, about what I want to do with it over the next 2 years. Yeah. But I don't want to talk about it too much because I don't want to make promises and that sort of stuff. I'd rather do and deliver. Yeah. Lee's saying industrial is my favourite too, but not the GW Gothic look, more functional, brutalist industrial style. I just like loads of cabling and stuff like that. But that's what I'm going to be working on. Right, guys, listen, I will do myself a shout out. Listen, if you've liked the show, first off, hit the damn like button for me, guys. Yeah, with the amount of viewers we've got now, we are a nudge off 100 likes. And we can do it. So, if you've liked the show, hit the the like button for me. It helps let people know I'm back on the channel and that sort of stuff. Okay? Like, come on. Yeah, that's it. You're doing it. Thank you. Secondly, if you have appreciated, want to put a smile on my face, the links are down below, but there's no commitment to do that. I'm happy just to be back on your screen and that sort of stuff. In the meantime, yeah, can't find the damn like, only the normal like. Yeah, in the meantime, I'm going to save your other questions till next Sunday night because I am going to be back next Sunday night. Yeah, and there will be videos this week because we're pottering. Next Sunday night, we've got Lee's buildings. I don't even know how many he's got. I think he's got about 5 or 6. Yeah, big ones. Yeah, so I've got some airbrushing to do. Yeah. It's been beautiful seeing you guys. It really has, and connecting live. I can't tell you. It was a bit of a, to do this, but now I've done it. Let's get rolling. Right. Come on, I need 4 likes. 4 of you. Come on, give me 100 likes before we wrap up. People are already doing the hell yes. See, everyone knows it's over and we're waiting for the likes. Come on. There we go. Thank you, folks. Right, I hope you've had a wonderful show, folks. I have videos coming out in the week and I will see you next weekend. All the best, yeah?